All right, guys, welcome to today's live event. We're officially live here from beautiful Nicaragua. And right now we find ourselves in my backyard. So if you do hear some dogs barking, some chickens, or maybe some ducks quacking in the background, just know that it's normal Nicaragua life out here. Usually when you're outside, you always hear this constant noise of animals. Today we have a couple of things planned, and I'm super excited. And we're gonna wait a little bit for to see if people start to join. But the things that we have planned today, actually, it's quite big for us. And what we want to do first is I'm gonna be sharing with you my coffee secrets, how I brew my coffee bag here directly from our farmstead. So I'm gonna be sharing with you my ratios, like how much coffee do I add in the grinder, and then how much water do I add, and what kind of equipment we use during the brew. And that's going to be good for you because that way when you brew coffee you have a good recipe that your coffee will taste delicious, and your coffee will be consistent all the time. But most importantly, the biggest part of the event that I'm excited for is for this right here. You see, so this is actually a plan that we have. So this is the 2024 results on how we did with our business, and then the goals for 2025. So just to give you a little background, we're living here in Nicaragua building a farmstead, and part of the goal is to rebuild the farmstead for the community, employ people, and also build a coffee brand. But I'm gonna be going a lot into the numbers here. I'm gonna be showing you each of these little squares as we move on to the second part of this live stream here. But first, we need to start with a little bit of cafecito, because who doesn't like some cafecito? Now, if you're joining right now, it looks like EG, Centeno, and Diane. Good morning, guys. Greetings. If you're joining, thank you for coming. Drop your comments or questions in the section there, in the message section. And at the end of the video, I'm going to loop back and I'll answer everything. So if you have questions about life in Nicaragua, or maybe you have questions about what it costs to live here, or the channel, or our family, let us know. We'll answer it below. So the coffee that we're going to be brewing today is actually Immense Coffee, and this is directly from the farmstead that you guys watch in these videos here. So it's amazing that you guys are live watching this. Usually when I brew coffee, I always grind my coffees right before brewing because you want to ensure its freshness. So I usually add enough to fill up to my hand grinder here. Now, this hand grinder here was bought on Amazon. It was about $60. I would say that spending money on an Amazon grinder, something that's good, is definitely worth it. Looks like we're having a couple other people jump on board here. Grandpa Pulse, good morning, guys. So usually I put my coffee here and I start grinding. But while my coffee is grinding, I need to heat up my water. I almost forgot about my water here. So it is technically summer, coming into summer right now in Nicaragua, but it's the very beginning of summer. So the rain's gonna stop pretty soon, and everything is gonna start to turn brown, just like anything or in any other country. When summer comes in, everything starts to dry up a little bit. But right now it's lush green, and then December, since summer hasn't fully started, the weather is still nice. It's nice and cool, and it's a little bit windy. It's actually one of my favorite times of year, along with January, because January is just very, very windy in Nicaragua. So let's continue on right here, guys. Look, check it out. I got my Chemex. So this is what I normally use to brew my coffee in the morning. Just a regular paper filter, the Chemex, and then I have the grinder, and I carry a bag with me. Now, this is where the coffee ratios can come into play here, depending how you want your coffee to taste. So usually when I'm brewing coffee, I had some coffee already pre-ground in here. What I like to do is, that smells delicious actually. What I like to do is I like to brew based on a certain ratio that I found tastes best. So I'll pour, let's say, 20 grams of coffee in here. And so we'll get that up to 20 with the scale. Once you do this enough times, you don't even need a scale. You get the hang of it. And what I do is for every gram of coffee, so if I have 20 grams of coffee, I do 16 grams of water. So essentially for 10 grams of coffee, it's 160 grams of water. So here we have 20 grams of coffee. So we're going to do 320 grams of water. So now with that ratio, you can play around. So if you like your coffee a little bit on the lighter side, you can add 18 grams of water per every gram of coffee. If you like your coffee a little bit stronger, you can go lower to 15 or 16 grams of coffee. And this has worked perfectly fine for me. It's actually been very, very useful. And I've done it so much now that I kind of don't need to have a scale with me, but I do bring it with me for best practices here. Let's put this here. Looks like we're getting some people joining. Amazing. I'm happy to see you guys. You guys have really helped grow this channel this year in 2024. And looking back at this past year, the channel has definitely grown a lot. When we first started in 2024, January last year, I wasn't quite sure on how to make videos. I was really struggling on finding a community and like finding my voice online. And we were only at about like 3,000 subscribers. Now, fast forward to this year, we're making more videos and you guys are loving the videos and you're coming on board and you're sharing more with the community. So we've grown more to 8,000 subscribers. Now, in between that phase though, our goal here in Nicaragua has always been to build the farm. So the farmstead, we want to improve the communities that we have living there. So the family has been there for more than 10 years. We want to give them a good house. We want to improve the processing plant. We want to plant more coffee. Most importantly, we want to employ some people and pay them well, the hardworking people in Nicaragua. And after that, the goal with it is to add more farmers to be able to sell coffee from different farmers so they can get paid well. And you guys can try some Nicaraguan coffee. Let's check on the water real quick. Okay, still boiling. So this little camping set right here, actually I carry with me everywhere I go. So I carry it in my truck. If I'm bike riding, I put it in my bike. If you're from the States, this is very familiar with you. This Coleman here is an old school classic for going out there and camping. And believe it or not, it took me forever to find a tank like this in Managua. It's not common. So most Nicaraguans here don't carry this around. They use like a big propane tank, like the 50-gallon ones. So eventually, after searching for so long, I found this outdoor store in Managua, and they carried this tank here, and they're resupplying every month. So now I have a supply where I can go get this tank here. Looks like the water is boiling, so we're gonna turn that off. So keep in mind, if you have questions about Nicaragua, or you want to share some things, leave them in the message section. We are going to get to those comments at the end of the video after I share with you guys a couple other interesting things and our goals for 2025. So let's go here. There it is. And so we have 20 grams of coffee, and we're going to do 16 grams of water for every gram of coffee. So that is 320 grams of water. If I did my math correctly, it is Sunday, though my brain's still a little off. So we're going to pour it in there. And usually what I do is I pour it in slow, and then I just wait a little bit. And I let it soak. I let the coffee just take in that heat from the water. And while it's taking it in, I let it drip down for about 30 seconds. And now the goal here is to let it bloom. So coffee will start to bloom up, and it will start to release its smells, and will start to off gas. So eventually, after you let it soak for a little bit, you can continue on here. Now, you don't want to pour too fast. You just want to take it slow. There you go. I'm interested to know how many people do Chemex in the morning, or are you more of a percolator or coffee machine, or you're more of a K-cup person? These kind of things are interesting to me because since we are building a coffee brand together, like we get to know maybe later in the future what we can supply on the website, you know? So just comment in the comment section there below. Can't wait for this delicious cup right here. So right now in Nicaragua, it is actually harvest season. So everyone is working hard harvesting coffee. And harvest season for coffee here in Nicaragua goes for about 3 to 4 months. So if it is a higher elevation farm, like let's say really high up in the mountain, then it's going to go for about 4 months. It will start in January and end in April. But for me, we start in January and end in March. So we do 3 months of harvest. And let me tell you, if you're going to visit Nicaragua and your ideal visit is to go tour the coffee farms or landscapes, I definitely suggest that you come during coffee season or during the rainy season, because everything is going to be lush green here in Nicaragua. It's not going to be overly hot, so you'll survive walking around, because it does get pretty hot, specifically like in Granada or in Leon or those regions of Nicaragua. So it's looking pretty good. All right. Looks like Luke, he does French press, Chemex used here, Bodum ice today, Toddy. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but that's the first time hearing of that. So it looks like another French press at work in a Ninja cup. Oh, nice, awesome. Those are good things to know. Then for the future, we can see what you guys like, and then and we can plan from there. So let me put this water here. So. All right, Casa, hello from Toronto. It looks like Canada. He's in Canada. He tells me you hate coffee. Casa, come on, how can you hate coffee, man? You see how beautiful coffee is out here in Nicaragua, how many souls it touches. You gotta love coffee, man. If not, try coffee tea. They take the pulp of the coffee, so not the coffee seed itself, and they'll make it into tea. So actually, you're getting notes of the skin of the coffee, and it's actually pretty cool. So the next time you're looking for tea, look for dehydrated coffee pulp as tea, and maybe you'll like it. Let me know. But it looks like you're interested in starting a coffee permaculture farm in there, and I think Nicaragua is perfect for that. The beauty of Nicaragua is that there's tons of farmland here, and it's volcanic soil, so you have a lot of possibilities when planting stuff. Like at my coffee farm, we grow potatoes, we grow tomatoes, malanga, which is like a taro chip. We have oranges, we have mandarins, we have a lot more than just coffee. We have over like 20 different species of bananas too. So check it out. There it is. Look at that. The morning. Hopefully you guys have your morning cup in here. I try to pick a time that works best for everyone, because there's people from all over the states, so it's hard to get one morning time that just works for everyone. So for right now, we're going to stick with this time, but eventually in the future, we'll see if we can find a better time for everyone and different. Some people in Canada and some people in California and some in New York. Take a look at that. All the hard work you guys watching the channel, everything that you guys have been supporting and fueling this dream. So we're going to give this a taste here. Cheers. Cheers and blessings, guys. Ooh, that's good. That's good. Tastes yummy. So someone commented there, it's not dark enough. Well, over here, I like my coffee light, so I don't like it too dark. We're going to move this out of the way. This is the next exciting part that I have for you guys. I wanted to fill you in on a couple of things from the business side. So check it out. I've actually made this for us. So this is going to be interesting. This is like my first time doing anything like this. Usually I don't share information like this, but I realized that what we're trying to build here is something that needs to be shared. And you guys have been so awesome online that I'm going to start sharing with you guys how we're doing for number of bags sold on a monthly basis. Essentially, how many bags have we sold from our farm? Second is number of new subscribers, number of views, and number of Patreon. So this one is a secret one here that this upcoming year I plan on doing, but I need you guys' input on a few things here on this. And the reason I'm sharing this with you now, I just don't want to share it because it's cool to share numbers, or maybe I just need to fill in the video. It's not because of that. The reason is because we're trying to build this farmstead as good as we can, pay people well, but not only that, in the future, start other projects in Nicaragua with helping the community, and also continue this content creation. Eventually, I want to potentially hire someone to help us film videos so we can bring you more videos of Nicaragua behind the scenes, us working on the farm, travel in Nicaragua, Nicaragua travel hacks, cost of living, all that good stuff of living abroad. So I want to build that team. I want to build the team at the farm, give them better conditions. But eventually, if we grow big enough, if we start to grow, this is why this is going to be important. It's that I want to introduce new coffee farmers from Nicaragua. So essentially, I want to use the website that we have, immensecoffee.com, and put in a couple other farmers in there. So that way they can get access to market. And with that, I'm going to share with them their story. So you're going to get to know their story about how long they've been farming coffee. And the harsh reality about farming coffee here in Nicaragua is that majority of the farmers live in poverty. So those are the farmers that we want to give access to market. And the cool thing about it is that you're going to get to see the story, but not only that, you're going to get to try different coffees from different regions of Nicaragua. And so you're going to get different flavors, and you're going to get to see different landscapes across this beautiful country. So it's going to be a win-win. Now, in order for us to get there, we need to first hit our goals. So this is where I need your help. We're going to be talking about 2024, and then we're going to be going into 2025 on what to expect here. All right. And I see the questions coming in for Nicaragua. Don't worry, we'll get those questions in at the end of the video. If you have questions about this, also drop them in there. And I want to get your feedback, what you think about this. So this is a year breakdown. I'm going to share with you how many coffee bags we sold this year. So this is December 29th right now, 2024. And the goal was to sell 1,000 coffee bags from our website. Now, the reason we need to sell 1,000 is because we need to keep everything running. We need to fund the projects, and we need to plant more plants, pay people. But unfortunately, we only sold 550 bags. So 2024 really isn't red because we didn't hit all of our goals. We did see an increase, though. So from 2023, we sold 300 more bags. And a lot of people gave me feedback that they liked the coffee. Eventually, we'll introduce new coffees. But yeah, 550, we fell shy of our goal. And our goal for, this is 2025 here. So our goal for coming into 2025, let me write 2025 on there so we don't miss it. Get this here. All right. I think my son, Elliot, erased that 2025 there. So check it out. So our goal for 2025, we want to sell 3,000 bags by the end of the year. So it's a big goal. I know it's like double 550, but I think that if we stay consistent and together we push, we can get to that goal. And the reason we want to sell 3,000 is just not a number that we threw out there. We want to sell out what we're selling at the farm, which is about 3,000 bags. That's what we're producing. And the reason is because the faster we sell out, the more faster I can go buy coffee from other farmers and bring them into our team and share their stories, you know? So we need to cover the family that's living at the farm first and all the workers and take care of them before we can go take care of other people in the community. So that's the goal. Hopefully we'll see how we do. We're going to keep meeting every month, and then I'll be sharing with you guys. So looks like Luke, you bought 5 bags. Damn, that is awesome, man. You're a true champion here. Those 5 bags that you bought went back directly into the farm. So number of new subscribers. So the goal for this year, closing this year, 2024, was 10,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. That was an increase of 6,000 because we had 4,000 when we first started. And let's check it out. We ended the year with 8,600. So an increase of 4,000. So we fell 2,000 subscribers short of our goal. So our goal was actually 10K, but we only got 8K. So we only got 8,000 subs. So we're minus 2K. So we fell short our goal, but I'm not too sad. You know why? Because the people that came back on board onto our channel are people that really like what we're doing and are really supporting us. So I think that even though we fell shy, we still succeeded in building the channel, and we more than doubled from the previous year. Now, the big number here, 2025, what is our goal that we're going to get to this upcoming year? And we want to increase the channel by 10,000 subscribers. Essentially, closing this year, we're going to be at 18,600. So if we increase another 10,000, that means that we are going to have a total of 18,600 subs. So that is our goal, guys. That is our goal, to get to 18,600. Now, you may ask, why does it matter that we build these subs here in beautiful Nicaragua? Well, the more people are subbing, the better our videos do. So the more people see Nicaragua, the more people get to see the coffee farming, and the more we showcase this beautiful country, and eventually, hopefully, it leads to us meeting our goal of 3,000. So that's why it's important that we hit the subscriber count. So if you have family, help along, spread the message, and share there. So number of views, Let's go here. So another way that we make money here trying to build this business and this farm is that we're monetized on YouTube, and YouTube pays us by number of views. Now we need to get our YouTube monetization up, our number of views, to have more funds for the future projects that we spoke about with different people in other areas of Nicaragua. So last year we did 400,000 views, which is amazing. We doubled. We did 200,000 views more than the previous year. This upcoming year, 1.1 million. Oh my God, if we break that, that's going to be crazy. That's my dream goal right there. If we can get to 1.1 million goals, we're definitely going to be able to do more videos for you guys. And hopefully then again, bring in other farmers. That's like the biggest thing that I want. And so with you guys' help, I think we can do this and show to Nicaragua, show to the rest of the world that Nicaragua is a beautiful country. I really believe that Nicaragua is like a hidden gem. It's really a country that's misunderstood, because the first thing I hear when people say, oh, you're living in Nicaragua, they're like, oh, isn't that dangerous? Or how you're living in that country, you have no freedom or nothing like that. So it's very interesting. It's a misunderstood country, but it's a country with so much potential that I want to showcase with you guys. And then Jan posted, this year's not over. You have more to close to 9K. That's true. We could hit 9,000 before the end of the year, and that would be awesome. We'll get us closest to our year. Okay, so now this is the exciting one here. So this upcoming year, what happened was this past year, actually, there's a lot of content that I don't put online. So I'm constantly filming, I'm constantly taking pictures and traveling Nicaragua. And there's new areas that I don't make a video out of it. Maybe it's content where it's like good pictures or secret areas or places we stay, but it's not enough content for a full video, so I don't release it on YouTube. And I realized that you guys deserve like maybe some more content. It would be cool for you to be able to see some more behind the scenes and maybe have access for us for some Q&A more frequently. So I want to turn on a Patreon where we'll have us, the community right here, on board in this Patreon. And so this past year it was zero, because this idea is coming into 2024. And let me know what you think below. If you guys think like a community where I can share some more content to you guys, some more tips, and some more updates on the farmstead, you guys would be interested on that. So I'm thinking Patreon, but there's also like YouTube membership, which is just already incorporated into the YouTube channel. So let me know if you think that would be better for you guys, so you can just join on there, or would you prefer Patreon where I can post different things? So Patreon is more flexible. I can do blog posts, pictures, and other kind of polls. YouTube membership's a little more restricted, and the easy thing about YouTube membership though, it's that it's on the platform, so it's on the website, so it's easy for you guys to use. All right, we got some more questions coming in. I'm getting to the questions afterwards. Yeah, so the goal for number of Patreons by the end of 2025. Let's go. 250. So we need 250 people to join our coffee familia. We need to build a coffee army, guys, so we can build and scale this and have a bunch of farmers on our website. So once I release the Patreon or memberships, because I'm still deciding, I will let you guys know. And then I will work with you, because when I first release it, it's going to be a lot of behind the scenes perk. That means that if you provide us a small fee a month, we're going to give you a bunch of behind the scenes, but eventually I'll make different tiers depending on what you guys want to see from Nicaragua. But take a look at that. What do you guys think? Realistic goals by the end of the year. What do you like about this format? Keep in mind that right now I plan on meeting with you guys 2 times a week. No, 2 times a month. 2 times a week I can't. That's a little too soon here. So I'm excited, because with these goals here and this growth, what that's going to do, it's going to open up the window to a lot more for all of us. Most importantly, we can do a lot more good here in Nicaragua and help the farmers and producers and employ more people while we get to share this beautiful hidden gem of Nicaragua. Comment what you think. Let's get to questions now. It looks like we have some questions coming for the channel, and we're going to be answering them right now. That was a lot of talking, so I need a little bit of coffee, to be honest. All right. Okay, let's see if we can find a little bit of questions here. We're gonna mainly stick to questions about life here, or anything from the channel. So the question comes, was I born in California? Yes, I was born in California, but my parents are from Nicaragua. So from my mom is from this town over here. My dad was from a town that's an hour away. So I have Nicaraguan roots. Now, when we were little, I used to travel here all the time. Every year we would come here for months. Eventually, at an in between age, between 10 to 16, I moved to Nicaragua and went to school here. And I was here permanently for 6 years. So I definitely thank my parents for doing that, because what that did is instilled this love for Nicaragua inside of me, and this is where it feels like home. Everyone has their place where it feels like home. For me, it's Nicaragua. Not only that, on top of that, I got to learn Spanish. I got to learn how to read, write, and speak the native tongue here, Nicaraguan Spanish, which is amazing and has opened a lot of doors here with me. So, yes, I was born in California. Actually, there's only one of my brothers that was born in Nicaragua. The rest were also born in California. All right, let's see what else we got here. Where can I buy you coffee in Nicaragua? So this question has been coming up a lot more frequently. People are interested in buying coffee in Nicaragua, which is amazing. The problem I've been having is that I don't have a supplier yet. I have not set up with roasting and packaging in Nicaragua. And shipping in Nicaragua can be a little bit of a challenge, to be honest, because there is no addresses like you would find in Canada or in the States. There are services, but they're mainly in Managua and the bigger cities. I live in a very small pueblo. So it's coming to you. It will be in Nicaragua, but right now I'm focused on the other markets outside the US. All right. Ramon said, I just subscribed. Well, thank you, Ramon, for just subscribing. Luke, any retailers in Matagalpa selling your coffee? I'm booked 90 days at the Airbnb to start my residencia in the departamento. Well, no Matagalpa selling my coffee yet. In the future, there will be. I'm not sure what date, and I'll let you know when. If you're going to be in Matagalpa, go check out Selva Negra. Selva Negra is a coffee farm. I think one of the oldest coffee farms, organic coffee farms in Matagalpa, and it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. They even have Airbnbs where you can go stay. They cook on site. They have this little small lagoon. I know some of you guys have probably been to Selva Negra here. All right, let's come on to the next one here. Um, Someone says, I like your videos where you explore the mountains and unknown nature places. Thank you. I love doing those videos. They are fun for me. But the problem is the time and the content creation. That's why I want to bring someone else to help us film videos so we can go together and film better videos for you guys and explore more of hidden gems of Nicaragua. One person asked, how does a person join your organization? That's a very good question. Well, I guess you can message me on Instagram and we can go from there. Right now at the farm level, I already have enough people. So the family that lives on site, it would be more for content creation and filming and stuff like that, or an editor. Heido, can we tour your farm? So this question I get a lot. So my farm is really not open to the public for tours. Now I've brought people to the farm. You've probably seen them on my YouTube videos, and I have maybe 2 to 3 more people that are coming this year, but it's not set up or scheduled all the time. So only if it works out. So if you message me and you're like, oh, I'm in the country, I'm gonna be there these days, do you have a window? If I'm already going to the farm and traveling there with my family and gonna be working, then yes, I'll be like, all right, let's go. You can come along, piggyback. I'll show you around and give you a tour. But if I'm not planning on going to the farm that week or have other stuff, I usually don't go because I rent a house in the city, and to the farm, it's actually a very long drive and it takes the whole day. And I'm not fully set up with the structure there, like the restrooms and places to stay yet. We're working on it, as you guys see on YouTube. All right, let's continue on here. And I think, thank you, Claudia, Clean Eating with Claudia. Thank you for saying, she said, I love your 2025 goals and how you set them. Also love your dreams or where you want to go. Thank you. And I believe with all of us together, we can make it happen. Do you have families? Do you have surviving family there? Cousins, uncles, etc. Yes, I do have family here. I have my grandma, my aunts, my cousins, and a bunch of family that I don't know, because Latino families usually are pretty big. So yeah, we have family that are fine, doing fine here. Ramon, have you had the opportunity to make contact with Starbucks? To be honest, I want to avoid Starbucks. We are doing something different here. We want to really showcase and differentiate ourselves from a big corporate chain that is Starbucks. We want us to be funded by you guys who will drive more people to come on our website, and then through content creation, we'll show this beautiful country and we'll get to share their story, and there'll be a win-win for all of us. All right. And let's see. So, Vince, do you have a local store in the US? Where can I find your coffee? I don't have, for per se, a physical front in the US. You can find my coffee online, and essentially it is roasted to order. So it is sitting green. So what you guys see in our videos harvesting the coffee, it gets shipped in green. When you order, it is roasted and then shipped to your home. So that's the best way we can guarantee freshness. Eventually, maybe expanding into coffee shops is a good idea to go into the future so we can make more sales. It says, Jam, what other produce is Nicaragua known for, such as grapes, tomatoes, and durian? So Nicaragua produces coffee, cacao. We also have a lot of gold. We do sugar, we do rice, we do like shirt manufacturing, like shirts, pants. We also do bananas. And then also a little bit of chia seed from my friend Martin. He was telling me about how he started an agricultural boom here with chia seeds too. So Nicaragua definitely does a lot of the basic grains and exports some of this to different countries also. Rice is a big one. How can I forget also tobacco and cigars? Nicaragua has some of the best cigars in the world here, and it's about an hour and a half away from where I live. I'm planning on doing an in-depth cigar video showing you the whole process from tobacco leaf to cigar. I think that would be a pretty cool behind the scene for you guys. Kay says, I'd like to see your coffee here in Ohio. That would be cool. For now, you can check it out online, maybe in the future. Guillermo, Flor de Caña. I love Flor de Caña. If you haven't, go ahead and try the Flor de Caña. It's Nicaragua's rum. The 25-year-old is really expensive, but it's so good. I think the 12-year-old Flor de Caña, it's like a good balance between price and quality. All right. All right, El Nica man, one of the best cigars in the world are from Nicaragua. Also the best coffee. I completely agree. Once I make that video, guys, we'll get to see the cigar culture is deep here in Nicaragua, and we produce very good quality stuff. So definitely agree with that. If you're coming to Nicaragua, if you want to do a cigar tour, I can recommend a place to go to. I have a friend in the cigar business. Her name's Indiana, and she's part of the oldest Nicaraguan tobacco family here in Esteli, and she can give you a full tour, which is awesome. All right, and I think that's it, guys. Based on what I'm seeing here, that is all the questions that we got coming in from everyone around here. And yeah, I believe that it was an awesome first live event. I think that we have a lot to look forward to in 2025. I want to start going live more frequently with you guys, because together we can definitely blow this channel up, and we can do what we planned. This plan right here. Take a look at these numbers. I'm excited for this right here, because this is more people seeing this beautiful country, and more videos, more coffee, and more families selling coffee out there, you know. Luke, when are you starting the solar project? That's a good question, Luke. Probably pretty soon. In about 2 months, I'll start the solar project at the farm. Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Comment below what you guys think about the live. Cheers and blessings. It is your Coffee Familia signing off from Nicaragua. I'll see you guys in about 15 days, and then I'll see you again 15 days later. We're going to be meeting every 2 weeks to share with you how we're doing and tracking for this year. All right, guys. Cheers and blessings. Your Coffee Familia signing off.